And the big announcement is, I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I am going to the Homestead Festival in Tennessee the first week of June. I am so excited. If you guys have not heard of that or you want to check it out, I'll leave a link for it down in the description box. I'm not sure the status. I don't know if it's sold out yet. I know VIP was sold out already when I was looking and getting tickets, but I'm super excited. I'm going to bring you lots of fun stuff from that. I'm going to be filming while I'm there. It's like a homesteader music festival. Anyway, I'm super excited. So I can't wait to take you guys along with me on that trip. Yeah, I'm just blessed. I'm honored that I get to go. I'm super excited. So I can't wait. You guys, I'm at it again. You want to come see what I have in my car? Now, these ones were not free, but they might as well have been. Oh my gosh. The deal we got on these things, such a good deal. So, this group, this group of things, I traded time and work and use of a hoop house I wasn't using. And this is not all. Don't worry, this is not all. This is just one kind. So I'm gonna unload my car here and then I'll take you in the greenhouse. I think I might also have to have a cup of tea. It might be tea time. And I'll show you what I got. Okay, you guys, I'm back in the greenhouse. Yeah, it's like 85 degrees in here. I'm probably gonna have to open the doors up, but I'll wait for a little bit. It's very chilly outside and windy right now, so you know I'm gonna soak up this nice warm temperature while I drink my nice toasty tea. And while I do that, I thought I would show you guys what I got. Super excited. Total crazy plant lady score. Now this was a planned score. We ordered these plants I'm about to show you. We ordered them way back in the fall. So if you want to order either like a ton of cuttings or starts super cheap, the best way to do it is to find a nursery that ships. So you order it in the fall or the winter, and then they hold your order all the way through, and you don't get it until whatever your planting time is. So for us, this is still even a month early, but basically they will go ahead and ship them out now, and then we're ready to be able to plant them whenever the time allows or the weather allows in our case. So my typical place that I order from is Burnt Ridge Nursery. I'll leave a link for them down in the description box if you guys are interested. I have absolutely loved their nursery. In the past, their packaging is fantastic. Their trees and anything that I've ever ordered from them, all of the berry bushes and things, most of the garden, well, I would say probably half of my food forest comes from them. I'm totally gonna have to open the door. It is like really hot in here. Let's get a little fresh air. That's better. The only problem is the cats are gonna wanna come in because they love it in here. But okay, so Burnt Ridge Nursery, all of their packaging is fantastic. I have never had a single tree or shrub or strawberry or anything damaged in any way when I've gotten those in the mail. Their prices are pretty reasonable. I mean, if you're going to put in stuff from a nursery, you just know that it's going to be a lot more expensive than buying it by seed or getting cuttings or starts from friends. So it is an investment to put in a food forest or an orchard or whatever you would like to call it. But if you think about the return on that investment, then it makes it a little bit easier to swallow. So all of the trees and the plants that I have ever ordered from Burnt Ridge have been done super good. They've done really well in my garden, even though it's really tough environment. They understand my area, even though they're not from here, they're from Washington. I've just been really happy with them. I've spoken on the phone with them multiple times. I've had a couple of ordering issues, which is how I actually learned that. So what you do is you place your order in the fall and you can order whatever you want to. And then you, like, if you order a huge order, you have to put sometimes a down payment on that, and then they'll just take your credit card information. They don't charge you until they ship. And so whatever doesn't make it through the winter time, they just don't ship it to you. So you might not always get everything that you order. It's still totally worth it. So anyway, I've had fantastic time, fantastic plants from Burnt Ridge. I would highly recommend that if you haven't ordered any bare root trees, they're a good company to go with. Now, a new company to me is this company that we've used. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but I will find out, and I'll leave a link in the description box for you. So my first thing is that this company is slightly different than Burnt Ridge. So you're ordering much smaller plants. While I think you can order bigger plants, they have, like, if you order 10 of something, so I'll show you in just a second. We'll get into that in a second. So you can order a ton of them, and instead of the plants being, you know, maybe $10 or $25 a piece, they end up being like $2.50 a piece. Well, that was super appealing to me because, number one, a friend was placing the order, so we shared the shipping. And in the end, I actually ended up just trading out my entire order with her for some other things that I had that she wanted. So I didn't have to actually pay for anything, and I'm super excited about that. I love trading things and bartering and whatnot. So in my climate here on this farm, it is such tough growing that if I lose something and I lose it and it was like a $25 tree, that's a pretty hard hit. Whereas if you spent $2.50, that's not so hard. So I'm pretty excited. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. I want to show you guys what all I got. I don't know how many, and then I ended up also sharing some of the stuff that my friend ordered, so I don't have quite as many of those, but these are all things you may not have heard of. They are great in a food forest type situation, or in some of these cases like an indoor situation. And yeah, let's show you. Okay, so first off, you can see I do have all of my regular starts growing in the garden right now. This is the greenhouse. It's not heated or anything yet. In fact, I may not even have to heat it this year. We'll see. So that's what all of these extra plants are. But this tray right here, I'm really excited about these. I left him like this because I wanted to show you. So Burnt Ridge does not send things like this. I actually am not very impressed with their method of shipping. There is a lot of damage. You can see right here. This cup is crushed. There's a lot of cracked cups, not in my order here, but in the other boxes that arrived. And when you lay all the plants down in this fashion, it busts them off. Like, there was a lot of broken leaves. You can see, like, this isn't very good. Yeah, so from that standpoint, also, here's another thing. Like, see, this one's completely dumped out. So from that standpoint, I'm not very impressed. I don't really like that. But would I trade the cheap prices for these problems? No, not really. So I will carefully, when we're done here, I'll carefully stand them all up. But what these are is all of these are different varieties. So I have Arctic Beauty, Red Beautiful. I don't know that I got any more. I think I just have the two varieties. I also have another one. It's called Ken's Red. And these are all a hardy kiwi. So these vines will get pretty big if you let them. I have had a pretty tough time starting them in my own garden. Usually I start with a gallon pot, but they don't like our late frosts. So I'm going to attempt to create, you can see that one, like I can't even get those ones out, a little microclimate for these guys and see what I can do, which is one of the reasons that I wanted lots of them, is I want to increase my success rate. So here's a great example. I'm really not impressed with this. So, you know, it's busted off right here and this leaf. So fortunately, these all have great roots on them. So it's going to be a huge problem to get them to kind of spring back, but they had a bit of a rough transport. Okay, so I don't have any pictures of what these guys look like when they grow up, but I will show you how I'm going to plant them as we go. So again, so this box is not the original shipping box. I moved them out, but you can tell, like, we've got some more broken cups here and, you know, missing dirt and all of that. So Burnt Ridge, when they ship in containers like these, they will wrap the entire thing in plastic and tape it. So it is a little bit difficult to get some of them open, but you don't end up with any damaged plants. I'm excited to try these. I'm excited to see how well they do. So, hooray for plants. That's the most exciting thing. Okay, so right here we have multiple varieties of elderberry. So this is a John's elderberry. Let's see. This one is an Adams elderberry. And these are all pretty cold hardy varieties that you could grow. Here's a ranch elderberry. And another one that my friend and I would like to try is a York elderberry. I can't remember which ones. I might have planted John's and York before, but the ground I put them in was just not honestly ready. And so that was not like a failure on Burnt Ridge's part. That was a failure on my part. And I did try to keep it going for a long time. It just didn't, it finally died. So then we have some other really fun things. This is a Anna carpet raspberry. So they grow along the ground. You can see it already has a little flower on there. So I'm excited about that. We have a black raspberry, and this is a Black Delicious black raspberry. We're going to keep all our tags in here. Yeah, see, this is not very fun. Okay, I'll have to get that out in a sec. Okay, there we go. So this is a Chester blackberry. So I've actually never heard of this one. That was something my friend ordered, and I'm really excited to try it out. I've tried the Triple Crown blackberries before, and I think they just didn't get enough sun and they didn't get enough water. So I am going to try to get some more Triple Crown and see if I can't get those going a little bit better. I still have a couple more friends I may be trading start with, so I will take you guys along for those plant hauls. So this one is a Valentina, and I believe this is also a carpet raspberry. Whoops. I didn't bring my tripod out here. That was kind of silly. Yep. So those are going to be really fun. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put all of these plants, but we'll find space. Then we have okay, so all of these, maybe you guys already know this. Keep that in there. I got like, I don't even know, 12 Chicago hardy figs. So those are indoor plants. I don't think I realized how many I was getting when I was placing this order, but how fun is this? Like, my whole house is going to be filled with figs. So we'll grow these out in the greenhouse. Just keep them covered. They will lose their leaves, so they don't really make a fantastic house plant by any means, but we will probably bring them in somewhere very sheltered to help them overwinter. They certainly will not tolerate our zone 4 temperatures at all. Okay, so this is another Black Delicious, so those will go together. I got a couple of each of these. This is an Ann raspberry. I'm not even sure. I don't know if it says. It doesn't say if this is black or gold or red. I'm not sure. So it's an Ann's raspberry. Here's another Ann raspberry. This is an Ohio Treasure. I believe that's a black raspberry. So that's fun. So we have two kinds of black raspberries. That's another Ohio Treasure. And then all of these with these menacing looking thorns, those are Hinnomaki red gooseberries. Now I have planted these a couple of different times in the same spot. You'd think I would learn after 2 or 3 times of planting them that it just wasn't a good spot. So I'm going to attempt, this is another one I did order a couple of times from Burnt Ridge, and it just did not, it didn't take off in the spot, but it's again, not their fault. It was my fault for the placement of where I chose to put that plant. So we're going to try, we have lots of them. So we're going to try putting those around the farm and see where we can get those to grow a little bit better. So that's my super exciting plant haul for this week. I'm not sure. I do know I'm trading starts next week with a friend, so we'll see what we end up with. I'm hoping for a Marionberry I think she's got that, and she also has some blackberries, so I'm pretty excited for those things. Yeah, I love this time of year because the garden, especially the garden now, is getting so established that I'm able to share so many plant starts. And a lot of the starts in my garden have actually come from friends or people stopping through, or just trades that I've made. And a lot, so like some of my plant starts came from a friend who actually passed away. So it's really important to me to keep those plants going, and it's kind of motivating when I don't really feel like gardening to go out and think about the people who those plants came from. I can pray for them, I can think about them, I can just enjoy their beauty and think about my friends, and just look around and enjoy the fact that it's been a community build. So I definitely encourage you guys, if you have a garden, share with other people, or just trade things. And if you don't and you want to start a garden, make garden friends, because they are really generous, and always, like, there are so many these things. Once these all get established, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have so much. Like, let's take for example what's growing in this bed here. Those are all currants and elderberries, and I don't even remember. I have so many things in there, and I have more over here in this bed growing. I have lilac, you know, so there's just so much stuff that you can share, and it's so fun to see all the different varieties. So even though I'm a zone 4, I mean, technically if you look it up, they say I'm a zone 5, but based on experience, I plant for a zone 4 and have better success. So that's better in my opinion. But even in my cold climate here, there's still so many things that I can grow and share and teach other people. Like, you don't have to stick with what grows in the grocery store. You don't have to stick with what you're used to. You can expand your palette and expand your plant database. You can just expand the things that you think you can grow. And once you start looking out, like, not in just even your regular seed catalogs, but you start looking into other things, and when you type in bare root starts and things, the amount of plants there are to grow is crazy. It's just crazy. So I have a wonderful time trading with people, trying out new stuff, trying things over and over and over again when I kill them. It just makes it more exciting when you finally have success. So I'm praying that all of these are blessed, and that they live, and these little guys here, that they bounce back and everything will be good. So overall, I can't tell you exactly which company I would choose. I think from the sounds of it, both companies have great things to offer. It just depends on what are you looking for as to which company might be better for you. But for a pretty inexpensive option, I think this company has worked just as well. So we'll see how hardy their stuff is when I start planting it in the ground. And I'll take you guys along for the journey. So thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. I will pop up on the screen here an apple planting video for you, and I'll see you guys again real soon.